What's going on, guys? It's Darren. I'm the BowTie fragrance guy. I talk about fragrances, of course, but I also jump in and talk about a little bit of style and grooming content as well. My goal is to make sure that when you guys walk outside every day, not only do you smell your best, but you look your best. So if you're into that kind of content, make sure you hit subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications by hitting that bell icon as well, so that way, anytime a new video is uploaded, you'll get notified. All right, guys, today I'm going to talk about a topic that I haven't really talked about much, if ever, on this channel. I'm going to be talking about some newly released fragrances and some upcoming fragrances that I am very, very excited about. Now, I did a video also where I talked about some designer fragrances that, I strongly dislike. So this is kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum here. I'm going to be talking about some upcoming fragrances, and most of them honestly are high-end designer, and these fragrances that I'm very excited about getting my hands on. So I'm going to run the intro, and when we come back, we'll get into it, man. So if you want to hear about some new fragrances, some newly released fragrances, and some fragrances that have not been released yet, then you know the routine. Keep it locked right here. Let's get it.
The BowTie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we are back. We are back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. We're going to jump into it. Now, there is a designer fragrance on the list, and that's the first fragrance that I want to talk about. Now, this one is already available on the market. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be getting it here in the next week or so. I've had it in my cart for a while, time to pull the trigger. But it is from the brand of Giorgio Armani, and I'm talking about from the Stronger With You lineage of fragrances. Stronger With You tobacco. Yes, tobacco. Stronger With You tobacco. Obviously, this fragrance is going to be centered around the note of tobacco. Now, I recently, within the last 2 months, picked up the Stronger With You Amber, which was released last year. Now, you guys know I started kind of doing this series of videos on my channel where I talk about some of my favorite notes, and you guys know that I love amber and I love tobacco as well. And this fragrance, again, going to be centered around the note of tobacco, kind of keeping some of the same elements that, from reading the notes at least, that I loved about most of the other fragrances from the Strong With You line. Now, I, of course, have lamented over and over about my discontentment with a lot of these designer fragrance companies doing so many flankers. Honestly, the Strong With You line is one I kind of give a pass on because all of them are so good. And they're different in it to, different enough, I will say, from one another to, in a weird way, kind of warrant it and make it okay in my mind. I love the original Strong With You that featured that chestnut note. I love the Strong With You absolutely. There were a few others that were really, really good. Again, the amber one that I have is absolutely fantastic. And I anticipate that the Strong With You tobacco will be just as good. So looking forward to getting that one in the collection from the brand of Giorgio Armani, Stronger With You tobacco. All right, guys, the next fragrance is from one of my personal favorite niche brands, which is the brand of Bond No. 9. Now, they released a fragrance that is exclusive to Harrods, I believe, and it's called for the 175 year anniversary or something like that. But it's called Harrods 175 Anniversary, released by Bond No. 9. Again, an exclusive fragrance to Harrods. But guys, I have to get my hands on this fragrance. I don't know how much it costs yet. I'm kind of scared to look. But I plan on adding it to the collection because it features some of my favorite notes: rose, vanilla, cinnamon, and amber. I have to get this fragrance, and I will, hopefully, if it's not too expensive when I look at it. But it is a fragrance that, from what I am understanding, is an exclusive to Harrods. I have not seen it on Bond No. 9's website. But they actually just released another fragrance as well called Bond No. 9 Island, if I'm not mistaken, or something to that effect. But I just picked up Beekman Place not too long ago, so probably won't get that one. But the Harrods fragrance, I'm definitely plan on getting that because, again, it features notes that I love, and it's Bond No. 9, so I'm sure I'm gonna love it. So that's definitely one that I'll be adding pending price to the collection. All right, guys, another fragrance. I think this one is also an exclusive fragrance to Harrods. Man, Harrods of London gets all these exclusive fragrances. Most companies do like a special collab fragrance that is exclusive to Harrods. So for the folks of us over here in the U.S., we have to pay that pretty hefty shipping price to get fragrances from Harrods. But anyway, this fragrance, a new one, exclusive to Harrods. I think it has been released from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. It's called Reflets de Ombre. Gotta get my hands on this. I love Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I love that line. I love that house, I should say. And this fragrance is going to be centered around one of my favorite notes, amber. Perfect time of the year, in my humble opinion, to be looking at, or looking into, I should say, getting amber fragrances. And I am really looking forward to this one. From what I am reading and understanding, this fragrance is going to feature notes, of course, of amber, labdanum, patchouli, pink pepper, and hedione. So sounds really, really interesting. Again, definitely, for me personally, sounds like something I'm going to rock with and vibe with, and I'm eager to get my hands on it. So that's definitely one that's on my radar, man, from the brand of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, Reflets de Ombre. All right, guys, another fragrance, another designer fragrance. So we have another designer here on my radar. I don't think this one has quite been released yet, but I'm looking forward to it. From the brand of Chanel. This fragrance is called Chanel Allure Homme Sport Super Legra. Super Legra. Now, for the rest of you designer fragrance brands, this is how you do it. The original Chanel Allure Homme Sport was released all the way back in 2004, and now they have a flanker. So that's how you do it. You don't do one or two every year. Give us some time. Yes, guys, but Chanel Allure Homme Sport Super Legra going to feature some notes like sandalwood, white musk. It's going to have some mandarin orange in it as well. So definitely a fragrance that I'm looking forward to getting my hands on. Chanel does fragrance as well. See how I rhyme there? Chanel does fragrance as well, and I anticipate this is going to be a great fragrance. All the fragrances that I have from Chanel, from the Allure Homme line, the Allure Homme Sport, the original Allure Homme, all amazing fragrances, and I don't anticipate that this will be any different. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting my hands on a bottle of that one from the brand of Chanel, Chanel Allure Homme Sport Super Legra. All right, guys, and this, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this next fragrance from the brand of by Kilian. Some of you have probably heard they are coming out with a fragrance called Old Fashioned. Old Fashioned, I think it's going to be released in mid-August or either September. Can't wait to get my hands on this. It is centered around the note of Wheat Absolute. Now, here's my thought process. One of my favorite Kilian fragrances, easily top 3 Kilian fragrances in my entire collection, is Single Malt from the brand. And that fragrance has been discontinued. But Single Malt was also centered around that Wheat Absolute note. So this may be kind of, in a way, paying homage to that, almost a reincarnation of Single Malt. If it is, I don't care. They don't have the same notes. But they're similar in a way. If it smells anything close to it, I'm still gonna be, extremely, happy with the purchase. I cannot wait to get my hands on this fragrance. Again, I don't want to say that I am the happiest about this, but it's definitely high up there on my list. Cannot wait to get my hands on a bottle of Kilian's Old Fashioned. So you guys know, as soon as it comes out, I'm buying it. I'm buying it, and I will share it with you guys. But definitely one that's on my radar from the brand by Kilian, Kilian's Old Fashioned. All right, guys, so the next fragrance that I cannot wait to get my hands on, it is from the Dior La Collection Privée collection. They're doing a new collection called the Spirit des Parfums collection. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to be doing all their fragrances from the La Collection Privée collection, but I know that they are doing one of my favorites, that is Ombre Nuit. Ombre Nuit. Now, again, the collection is being called the Spirit des Parfums collection from Christian Dior, and I am super excited about this first one, of course, that I'm going to probably grab when it comes out, but a few of the others as well that looks like it's going to be included, at least in this first look, in this collection. Ombre Nuit, well documented on this channel how much I love that fragrance. And again, these fragrances are said to be almost like an extrait to parfum concentration of some of their classic fragrances from the Dior La Collection Privée collection. Now, this particular fragrance, Ombre Nuit, is going to feature notes of cinnamon, cardamom, amber and musk, from what I'm able to tell. And again, man, I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I'm scared to look at the price because the fragrances from the La Collection Privé Collection are already kind of expensive. Now for a 3.4 ounce, you're looking at, if it's 4 ounces, I can't remember, it's 3.4 ounces or 4.2 ounces maybe. You're already looking at about $350. So this is probably, I could imagine, probably going to be around the $500 range. But anyway, we'll see when it comes out. Looking forward to get my nose on it from the brand of Dior. Again, the La Collection Privé Collection, Ombre Nuit, from the new Esprit de Parfums collection. All right, guys, and last but not least, from the brand of Creed, I think this is about to release, or maybe just released, a new fragrance called Centaurus. Centaurus for the brand of Creed. I'm a huge fan of the brand. You know, again, people say what they want about newer versions of these fragrances. It is what it is, but I'm looking forward to this fragrance. It's going to be centered around a note of tobacco. Tobacco is going to be one of the main notes in this fragrance. Now, they did a fragrance years ago. A lot of people kind of sleep on. It was a fresher take on tobacco, which was called Tabaron. Very gentlemanly fragrance, man. I'm a huge fan of it. I think this is going to go more into like a ambery kind of direction with tobacco, and that's something that Creed has never really gotten into. Any, from what I can recall off the top of my head, any fragrance that kind of feature those warm ambery tones, and this is going to feature that with the note of tobacco. So definitely looking forward to getting that one and getting my hands on it as well, adding that to the collection, possibly from the brand of Creed. Again, this one is going to be called Centaurus. But that is it, guys. That is my top. I hope you enjoyed this video today. Again, something I haven't really gotten into, but probably will do more of this in the future to kind of keep you guys updated on newer fragrances that are just released or anticipated to be released. I think you guys should benefit from having that kind of knowledge. So, as always, I sincerely appreciate your time and I appreciate your attention to these videos. I know you don't have to watch, but you do, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget to take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure, guys, you are sharing these videos out to some other folks that you think could use the information or find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darian. I'm the BowTie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell fantastic. So until next time, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.